Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live tonight from Mason for MHSAA Girls Varsity Soccer. This is the CAAC Gold Cup Championship between the visiting DeWitt Panthers and the hometown Mason Bulldogs. You are watching on LansingTV12.com or listening in on TalkLansing.com. We are a Lansing Herald Media production. This is an exciting day. I mean, this is absolutely the best matchup in all of the land tonight, no doubt about it. This is soccer royalty, especially for mid-Michigan, and there really is no place we'd rather be. We'd like to thank our title sponsor for today's game. That is the Ideal Mortgage Services. Ideal Mortgage Services wants you to know that it is a seller's market right now, and as a buyer, it is very important to have a mortgage company that is available after hours on the weekends and beyond normal business banking hours. Many times offers are due by 8 p.m. on a Saturday, and who will help you then? Ideal Mortgage Services LLC will. Get pre-approved when you need to so you can get the best offer in and on time. To learn more, contact Ideal Mortgage Services LLC 517-339-5300 or go online idealmortgage.org. Ideal Mortgage Services LLC, your home for the ideal mortgage. Our title sponsor and our proud soccer sponsor for the entire girls soccer season. So thank you again, one and all, whether you're watching live, listening in live, or catching one of the archives. We've got a great night of soccer coming up in just a matter of moments. You know, I was a little concerned here coming in. We had rain, right? We weren't expecting rain on the forecast. We are inside in the booth. You're going to see a couple of sightline issues. We've lost two of the lines down in the corners. You know what, folks? We're going to work with it, and I know that you guys don't mind our best effort here. So if you're not familiar with us, we are the Lansing Herald Media Group, family-owned and independent out of Hazlitt, published since 2016, broadcasting since 2017. And there's something I want you guys to know about the broadcast. We're going to keep things sunny side up. So what that means, we're not going to criticize the coaches, challenge the refs, or question the players. They get enough pressure from other places in their lives. They don't need it from us, too. We really are here to celebrate the absolute best of both sides of the ball, and we're looking forward to the game tonight, and I hope you guys don't mind that style of storytelling. So again, welcome one and all. We've got our game coming up next. I'm going to let you listen into the sounds of the stadium here as we get ready for our starting lineups and our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mason High School for tonight's CAAC Gold Cup final between our visitors, the Panthers of DeWitt, and your Mason Bulldogs. School sports, driven by good sportsmanship, unites us regardless of our backgrounds. At this time, we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor those who fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy with the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. On behalf of myself and those at the Lansing Herald Media Group, we welcome any active service men and women who might be joining us tonight. We welcome you guys home. To the veterans out there, we know not about the sacrifices you've given to us, but we do thank you for them. And for the families who support them both, we proudly stand with you.
First, with our visitors, the Panthers of DeWitt. Number 0, Avery Walthorn. Number 1, Madison McDonald. Number 3, Allie Susperch. Number 4, Julia Fowler. Number 5, Ashley Taylor. Number 6, Tara Rodolico. Number 8, Nicole O'Neill. Number 9, Camber Stein. Number 10, Kagan Driesky. Number 11, Ava Jacobson. Number 12, Carly Dennis. Number 14, Leah Shattuck. Number 15, Maddie Tavelli. Number 16, Madison Zelsky. Number 17, Maddie Takagishi. Number 18, Ava Hannes. Number 19, Caitlin Jameson. Number 20, Sarah Reynolds. Number 21, Nora Lutz. Number 22, Kate Fiesco. Number 23, Ava Margin. And number 24, Sailor Stevens. And now the starting lineup for your Mason Bulldogs. Number 0, Audrey Washington. Number 1, Riley Frischke. Number 2, Regan Cady. Number 4, Sarah Pluck. Number 5, Katie Hills. Number 6, Maya Carnavelli. Number 7, Allison Wheeler. Number 8, Abby Myers. Number 9, Ava Rusker. Number 10, Keaton Smith. Number 11, Mackenzie Lockwood. Number 12, Lexi Haney. Number 13, Bailey Stewart. Number 14, Morgan Trimmer. Number 15, Maddie Savoy. Number 16, Isabel Mitchell. Number 17, Lily Graham. Number 18, Brenna Budzinski. Number 19, Emmy Miller. Number 20, Liza Ruster. Number 23, Jackie Hebert.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineups. We'd also like to thank some of our local sponsors, including Mert Specialty Meats of Okemos, family-owned and open 7 days a week, just east of the Meridian Mall in Grand River and Okemos, in the Studio Shop, located in downtown Williamston, featuring hundreds of Michigan gifts. DeWitt in the white with white socks. Mason with the blue and the red shorts. Your game getting ready. Get underway here in just a matter of moments. Waiting for Mason to join us out here on the field. DeWitt is loose and feeling good. Watching Kate Fiesco dance on the field right now. She's ready to go. CAAC Gold Cup, I mean, this is one of those games that people just pay attention to across mid-Michigan. A precursor for the playoffs, too, right? We've got CAAC Blue versus CAAC Red tonight. This is one of those games that'll set you up for a good playoff run. If you're coming in here, you've got momentum, right? You walk out of here with a win, you're going to feel great. Even if you don't come out of a win, you know, if you faced playoff-level competition in a playoff-level atmosphere, it really is going to get you set up for the next session. We will have playoff action across the Lansing Herald Media Group, lansingherald.com, talklansing.com, and Lansing TV 12 as we can. They get a little persnickety about what we can and can't do. And this is kind of cool, right? They remove some of the restrictions on broadcasting live events, even in locations where there are NFS cameras set up. So we get to do things like this now. We will also, Mason and DeWitt fans, Monday, find us because we're going to be at MSU's McLean Stadium for the Diamond Classic, all tournament long for, I think this will be our 5th or 6th year, proudly bringing you the sports across mid-Michigan. My counterpart Lee here wants you to know that we're going to have t-shirts. Why is Mason not on the field? Sorry. I'm not sure what's going on out there, folks. We're stuck in a delay of some sort. So I'll keep talking at you. Yep, so the Diamond Classic, you know, we're going to be live on MHSAA TV, but we will have a free radio feed going. We at the Herald, we do believe that everybody should have access to everything for free as best that we can. And we know that that matters to you guys. You want to be at these games and you just can't be. So Lee will have t-shirts going. I think he'll have some sunglasses set up. We're also going to do shout outs if that's your thing. If you've got a player out there and you want them to know and hear about it. Anybody anywhere will be able to listen in for free. And then on the MHSAA TV, that'll be a paid subscription fee. So looks like we are still another couple of minutes away. Possibly waiting on a ref. Goodness. I thought we'd get going here at 7, but a little bit late. So we'll stand down and let you guys just kind of listen into nothing. The MHSAA they've been screaming for years and begging people, reminding them that, hey, these games can't happen without refs. So one, knock it off, leave them alone, right? It's a tough job. They don't need to hear it from you. They don't need to hear it from us. But the other thing is, if you're really interested in giving back to the games that you love, this is a great way to do it. I'm sure you need a little bit of a thick skin, but it's a good opportunity to put some money in your pocket. I know a lot of the guys and women will just do this for a fun money on a Friday night, but really being around the kids, it'll keep you young. There's just something about high school sports. So if you're out there and you really do want to give back or get involved, maybe you're sitting around just kind of twiddling your thumb, staring at your stroll screen or Lansing Herald or Lansing TV 12, and you want to get out and about, it really is a great opportunity. Make some money, meet some people, get some friends, have a great time, and contribute back to the communities that you're a part of. So think about being a ref, an ump, an official. It really does matter. So Mason is out on the field now for the umpteenth minute in a row. We're going to be just a few moments away. Your game coming up soon. I'm going to send them to the commercials. All right, folks, for TV Land, we're going to be right back. For Radio Land, we're going to go silent, but we'll get you your game in just a couple of moments.
I'm Robert Dowding, associate broker and owner of the Robert Dowding Group at Keller Williams Realty. Originally from Eaton Rapids, my family and I now call Mason our home. On your next real estate transaction, put our over 30 years of experience and market knowledge to work for you. Call myself or Danielle French at the Robert Dowding Group today. We are your Mason hometown realtors.
Launch is Lansing's premier destination for birthday parties, fundraisers, corporate events, bachelor and bachelorette parties, college groups, field trips, youth groups, overnight events, sports teams, and so much more. Launch provides endless fun with wall-to-wall trampolines, Fury laser tag, battle pit, an arcade, and more. When you want your party to be the best, invite your guests and let Launch Lansing do the rest. Located in the Meridian Mall, call 517-381-7812 or go to launchtrampolinepark.com/Lansing to book your party today.
Players are at midfield. For DeWitt, I believe that's David Jacobson, and then in goal, I believe we've got Madison McDonald, one of the best in all the area. And then for Mason in goal, we have Audrey Walkington. All right, officials are coming out to center field. We're going to have face-off. Opening kick in just a couple of seconds. I'm excited, and I know you guys are too. Wherever you are, wherever you're at, we welcome you. To any of the families, if we mispronounce names, we really do the best that we can. We'll do our best to make that right, okay? All right, fans are fired up. Full house tonight, as expected. Standing room along the rails. Waiting. Clock standing at 40. We've got a whistle. This game is underway. DeWitt in control. At midfield, getting it across center. That's going to go past them and get picked up by Lily Graham of Mason. Ball's rounded out and sent to the center. Controlled by Regan Cady. Looking to get it in. Disrupted by Nicole O'Neill. DeWitt has possession, coming back now. Ball on the far side over to Jacobson into that deep corner. Good hustle. Controlled now by Mason. Picked up. Trying to get a number on that player as soon as I can. That was picked up by Leah Shattuck. Ball's going to go out of bounds back to DeWitt. DeWitt has it, looking to get it into Budzinski, and they do. Now across midfield. They're going to drop it back to move it ahead, and they kick it back. Centered. Over to Sarah Reynolds. DeWitt passing, opening clearance to O'Neill. Back now all the way to center field at the 39-minute mark. So 1 minute down here in the first half. No score. And over to Piesco, down into that deep corner. Met by Takagishi for DeWitt. Ball's going to go out of bounds, picked up by Mason, looking to get it in, and they do, riding the rail. They want to get it up to Katie again. She has it for a brief moment, centers, and back. Threw down and ahead and out of bounds. Looks like the ball is going to go to DeWitt. So we do have some obstructions down here. We thought we'd be on top of the roof with a clear view, folks, but with the rain and the weather, we decided to come on down. So just do your best in the TV side of the house to just work with us on it. We'll do what we can to keep you guys clear. Ball in play, picked up and controlled by DeWitt. That's Taylor Stevens on the near side. She gives it up over to O'Neill again, their playmaker in the middle. Now to Hannison deep again. Switch possessions briefly. Good pickup by Morgan Trimmer out there for Mason. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's 37-54, no score. DeWitt with it now to Mason. Still in the DeWitt offensive zone. And around. Good possession for Mason. They've got the ball now, center it all the way down. It's going to go out, but, you know, they've held strong here these last couple of moments. Really, all the action's been on the DeWitt attack. Mason held strong, forced it into that corner, and they're running in and out again. Ball's going to go out. We are now on the DeWitt side of the field. Mason with it, looking to get it in, and they do. Good fight for possession out there. Ball's coming back now just in front of the 18, now to the near side. And underneath, good deke out. Ball into the inside. Good pickup. Good save. McDonald with the save. Double checking our numbers. They set the ball down into the middle of the field, controlled by DeWitt. Forced and picked up by Mason on the break. A little bit of a shove from behind. Player goes down. No whistles. We play through. DeWitt in possession. 36-33 on the clock in the first half. No score. Mason's going to let that ball go out. They're going to bring it back in. That is Lily Graham once again looking for help. She's got Kershke in front of her. They're going to go that way. Gets past her. DeWitt on the chase. All the way down into the corner is Reynolds with the possession. Just centers it, flicks it, and sends it out. They're going to force Mason to bring it in, and of course Mason goes right back to Lily Graham again. They've got a couple of people lurking right in front of the box, and they're going to go deep side, try to get it over there, and they do for a brief moment, but the ball is picked up by Piesco and centered back all the way through and out. This is the MHSAA Girls Varsity Soccer. This is the CAAC Gold Cup Championship live from Mason. You're listening on TalkLansing.com or watching on Lansing TV 12. And back. Ball in play to the middle of the field. Header and reset. Mason with an opportunity to disrupt it. And they've got it, and they send it all the way back and across the field, picked up briefly by Carly Dennis. It's going to go out of bounds. I think that's going to stay. I thought they called that Mason, and they did. Immediately in the deep side. DeWitt underneath. Big collision out there. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go to DeWitt. McDonald's going to bring it out. Look to get it ahead. No score here. 5 minutes in. 35 left in the half. McDonald boots it to midfield. And down and around. Mason is responding to DeWitt's aggressiveness, right? These last couple of moments, we've seen a shift in the play, right? They really are trying to dominate the ball by advancing it. They're not content with inside passes. They're really pushing it deep and across the field and going and chasing it. They want to keep it out and keep DeWitt on their back heels, and so far it's worked these last couple of moments. And as I say that, DeWitt on the break, 4 in front of them, 1 on the side. Stopped by Mason. Pushed out, players down. To Mason we go. Good throw in Morgan Trimmer for the Bulldogs. It's out, and they're going to go back again. Ball in play. Big boot, centers and clears, one in front, going to the goal. McDonald comes out, scoops it up, stops the momentum and the control. Opposite side of the field, Walkington has been solid. Nothing coming our way. Locked in and ready, though. Ball to the center, underneath. And around, Mason on the chase. Good push, and she's got it. There goes Kershke, one-on-one, stopped by DeWitt. Changed the angle and took the ball. Good play. Mason still on it, though. Underneath Kershke and back. They set up Lexi Haney. She wraps it around, goes over to Katie. Down on the far side, is going to go out of bounds and go with DeWitt. Julia Fowler for DeWitt looking to get it in. Onto the far side in front of the bench, and they've got it. Then back. Through the circle and back to it. Mason pushes it all the way back towards DeWitt. Defender picks it up, Sarah Reynolds again. Back to O'Neill. Even game so far. We're at 32-37 on the clock. No score here in the first. To Mason. O'Neill over to Piesco. We know that DeWitt can dominate the inside the box. If they get it near there, they're going to attack heavy. Mason on the back response, though. Pushing it to Katie. And under. Good pickup by Haney again. Drops it all the way down, giving chase. That's Hebert down there. Ball's going to go out. It's going to go to Mason. So, folks, we spend a lot of time working in different communities, and the message is always the same. The housing market is hot, complicated, and complex. So what can you do? Work with a real estate professional who is patient, understanding, and dedicated to working with you and not through you. That real estate agent is Mid-Michigan's own Robert Dowding at Keller Williams Realty. So if you're buying, selling, or unsure of what to do next, the Robert Dowding Group will take the time to help you achieve your next step. Find them on Facebook at the Robert Dowding Group or call them 517-853-6390, 517-853-6390. No score, 31-25, ball in front of DeWitt's box, controlled by Mason, and back to DeWitt. Good pickup by Julia Fowler. Ball's going to go out and controlled by McDonald, the keeper. Center field now, DeWitt with it. To the deep side. It's Takagishi out there for DeWitt with it. Number 17 on your screens. And back. Mid, Reynolds sets it, clears it. Mason picks it up. Carnival came all the way out to get it, and she did. Gave it back to O'Neill, though. Now watch. See, as soon as that ball hits midfield, you'll see DeWitt move in on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are not content. They will control that, and before you know it, you'll be upside down 3-1 or 3-2. Mason knows it, though. Good response. Back to Piesco for DeWitt. To O'Neill. And back to set. 30 minutes even. First 10 down, no score. Live from Mason, this is your CAAC Gold Cup Championship between DeWitt and Mason. To the inside, all the way back up midfield, controlled by Carly Dennis. For your Panthers, set centered. Gave it up to Piesco, and they drop it. Good pickup by Carnival on the opposite side of the field. Now she's a little bit everywhere right now. Two good teams, neither team making a mistake. We had a near goal earlier on the DeWitt side, but nothing since. Really only just one shot as far as I can recall. whistles. Ball in play for Mason in front of their own bench on the other side. Katie with it now, sends it back. Looks to advance it, and she does. Now through midfield, controlled by Haney. I believe they have Ruster on the outside. Get my numbers. Yep. Liza Ruster for your Bulldogs. Controlling that rail, not allowing anything to get past her. Ball set, centered, controlled by Mason. Back to Lily Graham. Good one-on-one matchup here between Graham and Stevens. Ball's going to go the other way. Now Mason on the break. Can they get it? No. Had a brief 1-on-3. 3 behind, 1 in front. Ball got ahead of her, though. DeWitt in control. Back to his Piesco. And down, kicked and cleared by Katie Hills of Mason. To Haney. And around. Mason with the movement. Far side, deep corner. Big collision, no flags, no whistles, no stop and play. Ruster, again, we talked about a few moments ago, absolutely controlling and dominating that far side line, not giving up an inch, even on offense. Ball to the center, Mason with an opportunity, no. McDonald comes up and stops it, and she's going to clear. 27-42, no score in the first half. Mason and DeWitt. You are listening on TalkLansing.com or watching on Lansing TV 12. This is a Lansing Herald Media Group production. For those of us who have been with us for the last 7 years, we got a little busy, so we had to split up the brands so we weren't confusing people. We get to do a little bit more TV work now, like games like tonight. And under all the way on the near side, ball's going to go out. Looks like they're going to give it to DeWitt, picked up by Reynolds, looking for help. She had Caitlin Jamison in front. Now, Jamison is going to switch off. We've got some substitutions coming in. On her hip is Nicole O'Neill. In front of her is Mason's Maddie Savoy. Trying to get the ball in play, and they do. They go opposite way. Drop it down into the near corner. Ball's going to be kicked out. That's going to stay with DeWitt. We're going to do it again. The person to watch here is Kate Piesco. She is a playmaker for DeWitt. She is now in front, straight on the goalie. On the outside of the 18, ball goes near side and down low. DeWitt still with an opportunity, trying to fight for it. They're going to recenter. They get it up to Fowler, looking in. And they rotate all the way out to the opposite side. Hannes drops it down low to midfield now, still in front of the 18 and back on top. DeWitt forcing it, Nicole O'Neill, ball opposite way. Mason with a brief moment had possession, picked back up by DeWitt to the inside. Cleared by Mason. Bulldogs just punt it. Get it out of there. That was Lily Graham on that kick to clear it. Mason back at midfield. No score, still 25-50 on the clock in the first half. They drop it low, forcing Savoy to give chase. She's going to let it go out of bounds. DeWitt's going to take it, and we're going to reset. So folks, are you trying to find a place to get your custom trim meat special orders and the best seafood in town? Mertz Specialty Meats in Okemos invites you to come see what they have to offer with steaks, chops, burgers, and brats. Grilling season is here. They even have hard-to-find selections, unmatched customer service. Mertz is ready to serve you. Open 7 days a week just east of the Meridian Mall on Grand River. Ball in play, picked up by O'Neill. For the Panthers, she's got it. 2 behind her. They set center and clear. Sarah Reynolds pushes it ahead, and off we go. They drop it. Can they chase? They were forcing Maddie Tavelli to go after it a little bit too far in front of her. Picked up by Walkington. But we're going to go the opposite way. High kick, midfield. Header out by Stevens for DeWitt. Ball's going to come all the way. She comes all the way back. Hustles to keep it in play. Just half a step behind, though. It's going to go with Mason. Graham sets up, looking for help. We've got some substitutions coming in on both sides. I can tell you that Kershke is going out. And Emmy Miller is in for the Bulldogs. Ball in play. Graham tries to get it, can't get it past Stevens. On the attack goes DeWitt. O'Neal with it, looking to get it ahead. Moves it back. Waiting for it was Hannes. Forgive me, I believe that is Hannes. Under 24 now, no score. Ball in play, Mason far side. Picked up and watched, controlled by DeWitt. Back to the middle. Piesco advances it, stopped by the Bulldogs, pushed back. Picked up again by DeWitt. Good patience out there on both sides of the ball right now. Nobody wants to take a chance, really. We're not seeing a lot of anything outside of the playbook, really. Very few one-on-one matchups. The ball is almost always in play. And clear. This game matters, you know. All eyes are on it. And here we are tonight. DeWitt far side looks to set center and get it to Stevens. They did for a brief moment. Controlled by Tavelli and back. Clear it and get it ahead. Near side, Stevens looking for it. They're going to go back. Sarah Reynolds looking for help. Guarded one-on-one by Savoy. Back to Stevens. Big kick across. Want to get a runner. Can they do it? And they do for a brief moment. One down low, two on the inside. O'Neal controlling traffic in the middle. Looking for help. Picked up by Mason. Stopped and pushed again. That's Hannes out there. And underneath, coming all the way near side. Graham on the chase. Hasn't, just going to kick it out and give it up. Nothing wrong with using the line for a little bit of help in a moment of crisis. Heads up soccer, Lily Graham. Ball in play, controlled by DeWitt. Inside the Mason zone, they sat in center. Back to midfield now. Right in front of the box. Piesco looking to turn that corner and can't. Forced out, goes to Hannes on the deep side now. Good matchup on the far side. Trimmer with it for the Bulldogs. That was Trimmer and Mardigan. We'll watch that and see how that develops throughout the course of the night. Literally going at each other with ferocity, and that's what you want to see in a night like tonight. 21-43, no score. Live from Mason CAAC Gold Cup Championship between DeWitt and the Bulldogs. DeWitt with it, and an opportunity here. Could they turn it? They could not. Stopped by Katie, pushed outside. We have a player down. Ball still in play. Towards the net, no. Good pickup by Walkington. Coming out of Mason's net to the near side of midfield and headed across. Controlled by Reynolds. Panthers with it on the offense. Stevens on one side. They try to get it to her. Cannot. Stopped and flipped by Lily Graham. She's having a great half. A near side, near collision there between Miller for the Bulldogs and Carly Dennis. Lots of players getting lots of play tonight. We're doing our best to keep up with all of them. A shade over 20 minutes left. No score. Ball down, out and in. And under. A little bit of a give and go. Miller gives it up to Haney. Send it all the way down. McDonald comes out, takes it. Says enough of that. Waiting for some help. DeWitt responds. Big kick to midfield. Ball bounces high. Reynolds after it, gives it up. That's Tavelli for the Panthers. Panthers on the attack. Near side now, ball's going to go out. No score, under 20. Mason set centers and clears. Picked up by DeWitt. Just a few meters outside of the 18 and back. Now Mason on the attack. There goes Savoy. Stopped, controlled by O'Neal. Recentered, reset. Panthers with it. Back kick, nobody home though. Forces Piesco out to get it, and she does. She's working with Develli on the inside of the field. Mason knows it, sends it out. Lily Graham again clears it. Mason on the attack. Savoy looking for help and transition. Nope, DeWitt sniffs it, stops it. Mason clears it though. Haney. A little bit of give and get right now. Mason in motion on the far side, one-on-one. Ruster on the opposite side. To the inside, Mason with a kick! Off the hands of McDonald, out of play. Good diving stop. Madison McDonald for DeWitt, no score. So it's going to be brought out just behind. They go into the corner. Yep, they're going to come to the corner, so Lee watch the middle, bring him to the middle of the field. Put him right in front of the box. Yep, that's a corner we don't have, so I'll call it as we see it. Mason coming out of the deep side corner. 1, 2, 3 in front. Here comes the high arc, looking for a header who can get it. McDonald puts a hand on it, pushes it out. Ball still in play. Rejected by DeWitt, but controlled by Mason. They bring it back out. Ruster with it. High bounce all the way back through the bushes to the fence. Out of play. So, folks, we are part of the MHSAA Broadcast Network, and as such, we have messages from the MHSAA. We've always said that sportsmanship is the golden rule in action, but why stop when the game is over? Now more than ever, we need to respect each other and treat each other with common decency, not only between the lines, but outside the lines and in our daily life. In sports and in life, nothing beats good sportsmanship. This is a message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics. DeWitt on it. And back. Good pickup by the Panthers. Controlled. Out there by Tavelli. Katie with it now for Mason. They're going to bring it back near side. One up set up Bedzinski. They get to the heavy hitter Graham on the outside. Mason eyes on net. You can feel it. On the attack, DeWitt responds. 2-on-1 close down. Pushes it out and they push it ahead, but it's sent backwards. Carnival. And cleared again. Header to the back. Set, centered, and cleared. Chase for it. DeWitt on it. Good pickup by Mardigan on the near side. Down underneath and low, controlled by Walkington. Wants to set, but Mason is not out of the danger zone right now. Not yet. Now they have it to midfield. Good possession by... It's Kershke out there. Eyes ahead. Stopped. Good stop by Carly Dennis. Kershke had... Miller out there right in front. Tried to get it to her. Slipped. Thread the needle a little bit. Wasn't able to. Mason back to it. Last couple of moments have been heavy Mason. Now DeWitt's going to take an opportunity and O'Neill. 15:30, no score here in the first. 15:30 left. I know purists do the reverse math. I don't have that ability. To the opposite way. And under. Bulldog set center, stop by DeWitt. And around. Good push by Lutzel. Come back to Mardigan. Controlled by Mason. Graham and Kershke working the angles. Nobody in front. Speaking of, slip sliding it out. Ball still in play. They get it out ahead. That ball's going to go out. It's going to stay with Mason. All right, folks, we're going to take ourselves a quick break here, send you out to TV commercial. We'll be right back. CAAC Championship Gold Cup matchup coming up next.
Are you a first-time home buyer stuck in the rent cycle? Why rent when you can buy? Ideal Mortgage Services LLC has a program designed just for you, helping first-time homebuyers get into a home with as little as 1% down, and we have access to programs where you may be eligible for up to an additional $5,000 in grant funds. Now, there are qualifying circumstances, and not everyone will be eligible, but there are more options out there than you know. At Ideal Mortgage Services LLC, we can help you every step of the way.
All right, ball and play, 13:30, no score. This is CAAC Gold Cup Championship Soccer Night here, live from Mason. DeWitt and Mason, big local rivalry, even though they're in two different conferences and we got a flag. I almost said even hockey with that collision. Goodness. This isn't Cap City, that's a different season. Yeah, they do. Yep, Mason and DeWitt, both for Caps. But that's not tonight. 13 left in the half. Ball in play. Mason opposite side. Looking for help. The set center. Deep into the box. McDonald comes out, gets it. Pausing a little bit, you can tell we've had really aggressive, non-stop soccer. Pace slowed down just a little bit right now. Hannison the opposite way. Trimmer tried to get in front of it, wasn't able to. Mason defender, good stop out there by Hills. Deep side attack, Mason 3-on-4. Gets past the defender, slide tackle, ball out. Going to stay with Mason. Trimmer gets it in, pushes it through. DeWitt stops it. Set center cleared in reverse. Under 12, no score. Ball to come back into play. Again, thank you for all of our local sponsors and anybody watching out there on Lansing TV 12. This is a new initiative for us. We needed a place to put our video work. And with some of the exciting things we have happen, we have a combination of live, rewatch, and on demand, all on Lansing TV 12 out of Hazlitt. All right, Mason on it. Do it with it. Anything you do, I'll do it too. Get it out of my way. Panthers in control. They bring it back. Jacobson had it for a hot moment, and they go back to her. She sets it. Gives it up to Reynolds. And under. Good rotation for the Bulldogs, not being fooled, staying with their players on the defense. Ball all the way underneath, picked up by Walkington. And a pushback. No score. This is being simulcast, folks. We've got it on Radioland and out in TV. One of the rules of radio, and I know the TV audience might sound like I'm constantly repeating the score, but it's for their benefit. On the outside, I'll explain why we have to do both here in just a moment. Mason with it, clears. Good set by Trimmer. So one of the reasons why is we are not allowed to do TV games during the playoffs or the championships. We can only do radio games, and we have to do radio games during the regular season for us to qualify to do radio games in the postseason. So, and we know you can't always watch TV, but you can listen in. So if you're at work, turn it up, make everybody a fan tonight. No score, under 10 left in the first. Ball in play right in front. Spin hip check by Lily Graham out there for the Bulldogs. Set centers and clears. Lockwood with it. Trying to find somebody in the middle. Got it ahead of her teammate. Hebert on the chase. Stopped by McDonald. It was like, okay. Shoos everybody off looking to get it down, and she does. That's going to go straight to midfield. High bounce. Controlled by O'Neill and DeWitt. 9:23, no score. to the center side. Katie for the Bulldogs, pushing on it. Gives it up to Hebert and back. Credit Miller on that chase. Ball's going to go all the way down, out, picked up again by McDonald. 9 left, no score. What a fun night. Packed stands. Well, we could have stayed outside. Lee, the weather finally cleared off. It was raining on us earlier. You know, it's weird because we're trying to break the mold on some of this stuff, like bringing you guys soccer on air like this. It's a challenge for us, but we appreciate you guys working through us on any hiccups that we might have. It's an art, not a science. Ball in play at midfield and out. Oh, watch the runner. If Mason can get it over to her, they got Ruster on the inside. They can't. Good stop by DeWitt. That's Carly Dennis on the defense. One chance there. You can see what Mason wants to do, though. They want to split, separate, and get across. 8 minutes now, no score. This is the first half. Ball outside, far side. DeWitt centers, gets it to O'Neal, looking for help. Mason has stopped DeWitt from attacking in the middle, really forcing them to come in from the outside or even come in from behind the box and in the corners. They're going to have to keep up that pressure to keep DeWitt at bay. Mason in motion, gives it up. Recovers. It's interesting. It's almost a game of power and finesse, which is not really something you see, versus speed and control for Mason. Two even teams, which is why we're here. They give the ball up to Mason. A little bit of confusion on that. Switch out Graham, bringing the ball in front of her. Savoy, ball cleared by DeWitt. Picked up by Jamison. To O'Neal. And cleared. Again, want to thank our title sponsor for girls soccer this season and our game tonight, Ideal Mortgage Services, LLC, your home for the Ideal Mortgage. Ball and play. Mason, opposite way. Again, good one-on-one matchup between Savoy and O'Neal. DeWitt's going to try to clear it on the outside, and they attack the middle now. There goes Jamison with it, looking for help. Has one down low. Mason gets two in front of her. Underneath. Header out. Still contested, and a whistle. Handball. Appreciate the spot. We don't do a lot of soccer, folks. We're working on it. We know it matters, though. And we appreciate all the help we can get. Under 6 here. DeWitt at center field. And low. Graham on it. Mason forces to bring it back. Now they set center and clear. They get it up. Over to Katie. And under. Hot kick to the middle, picked up by DeWitt. DeWitt in motion on the attack. Dennis with it, one-on-one. Coming back over to Jacobson. Woman down. DeWitt responds. Tries to slip it in. They cannot. Walkington comes out and gets it. 5:16, no score left in the first half. CAAC Gold Cup, MHSAA Varsity Soccer. Ball in control, picked up by DeWitt. Dennis gives it back up. Forced by Graham. And under, controlled by Mason. Still on the attack. They're going to bring it back to reset. Hit cleared by Carnival, down deep. Opposite side, that's Haney with it on the attack. Gives it up, gives it over to Hebert. One-on-one matchup down in the corner up against Fowler. Good matchup there. 2 players down. Ball goes out. It is going to stay with Mason. 4:14 on the clock, no score. This is a great opportunity for Mason. Coming in from the corner. Looking for help now. Mason getting ready. Hill's in motion and movement with Katie. Here comes the high arc. There it is. Who's going to go get it? Ball up. Sent back out, still in control by the Bulldogs, and drops underneath behind the net. No score. 3:28 left in the half. Wherever you are, wherever you're at, thanks for being a part of today's game and broadcast. We're the Lansing Herald Media Group out of Hazlet, family-owned and independent. This is Lansing TV 12, or you're listening on Talk Lansing. Same folks as you guys have been used to with Lansing Herald. We're just changing things up a little bit because we got more coming, and I'll tell you about that in the second half. 3 minutes even left in this half. Let's watch some good soccer. Or listen, just use your imagination. Takagishi on it. Gives it up to O'Neal for DeWitt. Disrupted by the Bulldogs. Mason on it. Hebert looking for help. Sets it back and cleared. Pushed all the way up just in front of the 18. That's going to bounce past. Nope. Stopped by DeWitt. Katie after it. Gives it up. Still in control are the Panthers. Sent it back. Picked up by Graham. High kick. Heel kick by Reynolds for the Panthers. Back one-on-one. Mason still on it. Gives it up past O'Neal. 2:22 on the clock. And down low. Pushing and shoving. Good matchup down there. Hebert and Hannes. Ball's going to go out. It's going to stay with Mason. .149 left. Mason on the outside. This is a great opportunity. Katie running to the top of the box. She's after it. All the way in. Collision with the keeper. McDonald gets it. Player down. We play on. Under 90 seconds left. McDonald looking to talk. Clock still goes on, though. 75 seconds left in the half. No score. Big kick up high. And back. Mason on the clear, controlled by O'Neal and DeWitt. To the front now. DeWitt on it. Stevens sets it up. Piesco lets it go by her. Mason clears it to midfield. 52 seconds left in the half. Dennis on it for the Panthers. They're in motion. Through midfield. One more to beat. Here comes your kick. No. Good stop. Not full to net. Walkington after it. 35 seconds left. Mason with possession. Keeper still has it. Now she sets it in play. 25 seconds left in half. No score. At midfield. Picked up by DeWitt. They're on the attack. Their offensive side now. Picked up now by Mason. Graham again clears it. Sends it back controlled with a heel kick by DeWitt. 11 seconds. DeWitt's going to go one more time at the net. Can they get it? Stopped, kicked, and cleared. Graham says, thank you. Airmail, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, and 1. All right, folks, that is going to bring us to halftime. You are listening or watching to MHSAA Girls Varsity Soccer. This is the CAAC Gold Cup Championship. I'm Glenn Dudasek with Lee Dudasek. We're the Lansing Herald Media Group out of Hazlet. You're watching on LansingTV12.com or listening on TalkLansing.com. We will take ourselves a break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes. You've got time yourself. We'll come back. Should be a great second half.
I'm Robert Dowding, associate broker and owner of the Robert Dowding Group at Keller Williams Realty. Originally from Eaton Rapids, my family and I now call Mason our home. On your next real estate transaction, put our over 30 years of experience and market knowledge to work for you. Call myself or Danielle French at the Robert Dowding Group today. We are your Mason hometown realtors.
Launch is Lansing's premier destination for birthday parties, fundraisers, corporate events, bachelor and bachelorette parties, college groups, field trips, youth groups, overnight events, sports teams, and so much more. Launch provides endless fun with wall-to-wall trampolines, Fury laser tag, battle pit, an arcade, and more. When you want your party to be the best, invite your guests and let Launch Lansing do the rest. Located in the Meridian Mall, call 517-381-7812 or go to launchtrampolinepark.com/Lansing to book your party today.
Are you a first-time homebuyer stuck in the rent cycle? Why rent when you can buy? Ideal Mortgage Services, LLC has a program designed just for you, helping first-time homebuyers get into a home with as little as 1% down, and we have access to programs where you may be eligible for up to an additional $5,000 in grant funds. Now, there are qualifying circumstances, and not everyone will be eligible, but there are more options out there than you know. At Ideal Mortgage Services, LLC, we can help you every step of the way.